Hi everybody, this is your reading for Wednesday, the 1st of March. Welcome to the new month. It's really nice to be with you today. Let's have a look at what's coming up for you on this day. And the daily tarot for the first day of the month always has kind of added significance as far as I'm concerned because it is the first day of a new energy. So let's have a look at what the cards want to say for today. And I'm using the Lo Scarabeo deck. Oh, wow. Okay, great. This is really great. So these cards look kind of scary, but thank goodness they're in reverse. So that's always a good thing. First of all, we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, we can see this fluffy-haired young man working away very hard, and he's got these he's working on these pentacles and they kind of look like these flowers. So he's being productive and creative at the same time. So, if you're being productive, you can be on a conveyor belt and just churn out the same thing over and over and over again. And it can be dull as dishwasher water and it can be very boring. But he's creating these things and they're almost taking on a life of their own and becoming this beautiful plant. And that really is... he's giving life to something through his work. So you really have the potential to be very productive today, to create something beautiful and wonderful, and to make a difference to your life. To make a genuine difference to your life. If on a Wednesday I go out at lunchtime and I buy myself a tuna sandwich and come back, that's not changing my life. I've taken action, but really, it's not going to make a big difference. But if I sit down on that Wednesday and I go online and I look at the perfect job that I've always dreamed of having, and I look at it and I get my CV together and I apply for that job, then I'm potentially being productive in a way that could change my life. So it's about taking risks today, and it's about really pursuing something that you dream of doing and that you care about and that you want to do. Because your work, your fluffy-haired efforts can bring new life into your world and can really create something wonderful and something that stands on its own, and that's something that's kind of beyond your wildest dreams. And even when he leaves, that plant is still going to be there. So he's kind of left a legacy just by getting busy and working. Now, this takes me to these cards, and the good news is, first of all, we have the Devil. Good old Satan there. And the Devil is about being trapped. It's about being overly focused on details. It's about overly focused on the material, physical world and being stuck by that. And the example that's coming to mind is OCD, for instance. If you are obsessed or compelled to constantly check your body for ill health or signs of ill health, and you become obsessed with it, it can completely ruin, your whole day, because every 5 minutes you're looking at your own body thinking, oh my God, have I got a blister there or a rash there, or what's going on there, or is my tooth loose, or are my eyes as good as they were a year ago? That can be a compulsion that is related to this. It's being overly focused on the physical, okay? And that kind of thing, then, that physical obsession robs you spiritually, because constantly checking your own body kind of completely shuts out the voice of the higher power or the universe or spirit, and you're totally in your body. And that's what then causes you to become spiritually bankrupt. And that's why addicts have such a hard time, because they're only focusing on the physical part of their experience, and it completely takes them out of the sunlight of the spirit. So that's in reverse. So the good news is that you're connected with spirit and you see yourself as a spiritual being having a human experience and not the other way around. And what I just described is a human person having a human experience, and that can be very demoralizing. So the good news is that you're hearing your guides, you're hearing the guidance from the universe, and that's partially why you are so productive, and that's why you can do the best kind of work of your life. That then serves as your legacy and stands on its own. So you're being supported. So if you feel lonely, or if you feel like you're on your own, just kind of take a minute and get very quiet and close your eyes and just kind of check if you actually are alone. Because sometimes when I do that, sometimes if I'm sitting by myself and I think, okay, it's just me, and what's this all about? And I close my eyes, even if I'm not in a good place, I realize that the angels are around me, that my ancestors are around me, that my guides are there with me. I'm never alone, okay? And it's just about taking that moment to connect with spirit and just to remind yourself of that, because we forget. And if you're someone who's suffering with a compulsion or an obsession, you're not going to check in with that, and that's why it becomes a downward spiral and you end up going kaput, okay? Finally, we've got death in reverse. And death is the inexorable ending, and it's something that we can't fight, and it's about surrender. It's just something that is going to happen whether you kick and scream or not. It comes to us all. And it's in reverse, and when death is in reverse, it's literally the opposite of death. It's not an ending, it's a new beginning. It's new life. It's a fresh start. And combined with this, what we're doing here is we're not focusing on the physical. We're not stuck in our bodies. Things aren't over just yet. We're just beginning. This first day of March here can be the first day of the rest of your life. And because you're connected, you can really achieve great things and be productive and do the things that you're meant to do. This kid, he may look innocuous and like he's just worried about matching the flower with his clothes, but he's at the peak of his powers, and he's creating work that he will be famous for. Right now, that's what he's doing. He's doing the best work of his life, and that's what you can be. And you can change your life and have a whole new beginning and really live your true purpose and fulfill what it is you're meant to be doing. So it's an amazing day, and because this is the 1st of March, this has kind of impact on the rest of the month. And it kind of colors the month in the sense that this is an important month where you can turn things around for yourself. You can really go from one thing that is not meaningful and change it to something that is meaningful by listening to your guidance and then following that up in action. Number-wise, we've got 13 and 8 is 21, and 15 is 36, 3 and 6 is 9, and 9 in numerology is about spirituality and completion. Okay, so February's done, January's done, those months are behind us, and for some people they weren't the ideal months, they weren't perfect, as nothing ever is, but they were a bit rough, especially January, from what I've gleaned by speaking to people. So those months are done with now. The point of today is to listen to your guidance, and spirituality in this case applies to the sense that listen to the messages that you're getting that are there already. Put those into practice and you have the potential to create a whole new life for yourself. And I'm not overstating that. We can always start again. No matter how difficult things have been, we can start again. So I hope you have a wonderful day. If you would like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the Readings tab to order your reading with me. And in a reading, we can look at what's coming up for you this year in different aspects of your life, finances or career or love life. We can also have a look at what your life purpose is and what it is you're meant to be doing. So if you're interested in that, have a look at the website. Please remember to subscribe to this channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.